Really? Fucking really? Alright. Good morning, good morning. It is Friday, April 16th, 2021. I'm Crypto Sonar. Joseph, welcome to the stream. We are live on Twitch, which is the best place to watch my commentary on the markets in COINBASE, etc., because the lag is less than what it is over on YouTube and Facebook. So we are live here this morning. We've got triple expirations today on options. So we have a lot going on there. Let's get into it and see where we're at. Bitcoin has been pulling back, so has Ethereum. After hitting all-time highs again, Bitcoin peaked out at 63,404, and it's trading down $2,100. Ethereum is at 2396, just on the cusp of 2400 again, and it got all the way up to 2565. So in the overnight. So definitely something that you can look at this and say, hey, what happened? Well, we did have some news yesterday. So the Berlin hard fork on Ethereum took place, and that caused some problems. It caused some problems with the fork, with the nodes syncing with each other, basically. And so Robinhood had problems on their platform. Coinbase actually shut down their Ethereum withdrawals for about an hour while the blockchain resynced and all that other stuff. Because usually the pools and the exchanges, everybody's got to make changes to it. My miners, let's see here. Let me pull that up, because this morning it wasn't showing, they weren't showing as live. There we go, now we are. Okay, so we're okay. It was showing offline 7, and so usually I'm doing about between 900 and 1,000, 1,050, there we go, shares that it's finding per hour. And so it had dropped a little bit. I looked at it a little while ago. All right, so let's get into what's going on in the markets. And let's start with Bitcoin, Ethereum, we just talked about. I want to go over oil. Oil is down 6 cents on light crude. However, it's up 12 cents or 13 cents on Brent crude. So Brent crude is up to 66.94 a barrel, and light crude is 63.42 a barrel. That's going to come into play with companies like ExxonMobil, which is up 27 cents in the pre-market, and U.S. oil, which is also up 10 cents in the pre-market. Okay. Looking at the futures, as we have 8 minutes until the opening bell here, we have the S&P 500 futures are showing up right about 950, 975, 0.23%. So about 0.25% higher is what we're looking there. Same thing with the NASDAQ, 0.11 up 1675. And then the Dow is looking to open up 101. And that's going to be a strength on some of the financials we're going to talk about again here in a moment, and some of the industrials. Excuse me, first cup of coffee. All right, so 10-year yield, or I'm sorry, the 30-year yield. I was right. 10-year yield is up a little bit, about a penny on the yield. 1.589% on the 10-year, and then the 30-year 2.383 on the 30-year, and that has to do with your mortgages and your short-term rates there. Okay, let's go into earnings, what we had overnight here, and we'll get the heat map a little bit. First economic calendar. Here we are. All right, building permits. Building permits up just a little bit. Looks like about 2,000 or so, or 200,000, whatever that is. Housing starts up quite significantly. 1.62 divided into 1.74. So those are up 7%. That's a 7% beat on the housing starts. We get the CPI at 7 o'clock Pacific time, 10 o'clock Eastern. So we'll look, or not CPI, Consumer Sentiment Index preliminary, and then the Dallas Fed president talks a couple times as well. So we'll take a look at that. Gas prices were at 286.3 yesterday, 286.7. So up about 0.4 of a penny. And so 395 in California, 321 in Oregon, average price. Washington 335, Illinois 308, Florida 283, and 296.5 and 289 in New York, and 296.5 in Pennsylvania. Texas bringing in 2.576, and Wyoming 2.924. So some of them knocking on $3 a gallon, and some of them knocking on $4 a gallon. Man, 25% more in fuel costs in a state like California that thinks it's entitled to every single penny you earn twice over. All right, fear and greed index, we're at 51. We were at 50 yesterday, I believe. Yeah, 50 yesterday. We're now at 51. And let's go into the earnings here. So everybody pretty much that's on the board here beat, except for Railroad Kansas City Southern. But Morgan Stanley had a beat, surprised by 29%. Came in with revenue of $16.13 billion versus $13.44 estimated. The estimated earnings per share was $1.72. They beat that to $2.22. PNC Bank, $2.75, came in at $4.10, beating it by 49%. Ally Financial, $1.18, coming in at $2.09, doubling it basically. 77-cent surprise on the beat. And the Ally is interesting. They came in at $1.94 billion in revenue off of $1.74 billion estimated. So unbelievable, 37% growth. State Street Bank lost on the revenue side, or they gained on the revenue side, but the growth, they're still forecasting lower growth. But they beat $1.47 versus $1.34. Bank of New York Mellon came in 97 cents versus 87 cent estimate. And Citizens Financial came in at $1.41 versus 97 cents. Other ones, Prudential announces after the bell, and that's about it for earnings on the week. We'll get the S&P 500 heat map going 15 minutes after the opening bell. As it stands right now, we've got about 3 minutes left before the open. Looking at some movers here in the pre-market. AMC is up over $10. They're up 18 cents to 10.07. You have GameStop up just a little bit, 156, or now they're down 44 cents in the pre-market. ARCX 2098. I do have a story on Tesla here. So Tesla, Kathy Wood and 3 of her funds sold a whole bunch of Tesla and bought a whole bunch of Coinbase. And so that happened in 3 of their funds. We'll see if we can pull up that story for you as well as we get into the markets here. Coinbase looking to open up basically flat, 14 cents. We're up in the pre-market a little bit, 329 or 330, right around there. And then pull back. Palantir closed at 23.15, down 22.89. And this is interesting because there's no news on that. So is it coming back to the low yesterday of 22.71? And then we'll see if it jumps up from there. So that'll be one that we'll be keeping an eye on to possibly scalp. We like to scalp. Okay. All right. So let's see if we can find 28. Let's see. If I can find the story real quick. Here we go. We're off the NASDAQ. And where we at? We have a minute. Kathy Wood's ARK buys into Coinbase, sells a bit of Tesla. Only a bit, a little bit. So they bought $246 million worth of Coinbase shares on the debut on Wednesday, and they sold some Tesla shares. So they added 168 million Coinbase shares were added to ARK Innovation Fund. Notably, also, they sold a $4.4 million stake in Intercontinental Exchange, which owns the New York Stock Exchange. So there you go. So that's the story. Now, they sold, to do all this, $178 million of Tesla. So this is a month after she came out and said that Tesla is going, she has a market price average of $3,000 mark. So that's an interesting story as well. Now let's get into the open here, as we are counting down, almost there. Got about 30 seconds to go. Quick check. Again, over on the right-hand side, we have the VIX currently at 16.5 and the S&P 500. We'll see that when that opens here shortly. Again, the S&P, we're looking for an open higher of 13 points. We're looking for the NASDAQ to open slightly higher to flat, and the Dow to open up 113. So usually we get the Dow first, so let's go over to that. Hey, where you at? Come on. Come on. Come on. All right, so Dow Jones Industrial Average opens up 305. Holy cow. Yeah, 305 points. Crazy. Or 147, there we go. What the heck? That was a huge spike. Did you see that? Wow, that's on a 30-second chart too. Somebody fat-fingered something. All right, it just updates from the pre-market. It's just computers being computers. All right, S&P 500 up 14.75. NASDAQ Composite starting open up 19. Some of the other ones here, AMC opens up only 2 cents. So there were 10.13, 10.14 in the pre-market. And of course, it opens up and it dumps as the battle for $10 begins, which really means in AMC's case, it's probably a battle for $9.50. Sorry. Okay. GameStop 154.63 opening up $1.59. Palantir opening up down big time, down 28 cents at 22.87. And stand by here. We're going to watch this one for a second. Could be a bottom. Any news? No news. China Z ready to step up climate change cooperation. Okay. 22.77. A little bit of a sell-off here. Let's see here. I'm going to eliminate the externals for a little bit. All right, what's Boeing doing? Why am I lagging? Sorry about that, folks. Going up 50 cents. Okay, so now the NASDAQ is down $10. S&P is up 11.55, and the Dow is up 168. Tesla starting up down 10.35 again. That's going to be a big story. You're going to hear people talking about that, and that could have been why I dumped a little bit. But 7.27. So a lot of red showing up here. We've got Apple down, AMD down, Boeing up, Caterpillar up, Ford up, Intel up, Microsoft down $1.23, Nvidia down $2.44. But Nvidia's had a huge run up, about over $100 lately. ExxonMobil up 36 cents. Look at the averages. Dow. So Dow's up 174. NASDAQ Composite now down 15. VIX shot up to 16.7 if you're looking at this on the bottom, but with the open, which doesn't coincide with the S&P going up, does it? Sometimes they'll do goofy stuff. I got my Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo shirt on today, and this is I've had this shirt for 3.5 years, probably. right around there, about 4 years. Yeah, about 4 years. All right, 10-year up just a little bit. 30-year yield up just a little bit. Dollar down just a little bit. And with that, our S&P. Okay, there goes Palantir. All right, so I took a, I'm in at 23.19, 1,500 shares of Palantir. 1,500 shares of Palantir at 23.19. I had an order ready to go for another 1,000 down here, and I missed it. So I did buy some of that in the pre-market. So we'll see how that goes. My ExxonMobil calls are up 17% today. Ching ching. That's up 920 bucks. That's good. All right, what's Boeing going to do? Oh, Boeing already shot up. Oh, external, sorry. Okay. Hey, Liberty. What's up, girl? What's up? What's up? Hey, you got stuff in your eyes. Hold on. This dog will let you look at her teeth, go in her mouth, all kinds of good stuff, aren't you? You a good dog? Are you a good dog? Yeah? What do you want? What? You already ate. You went outside twice already. You don't have to put up your ears. You already ate. You're not getting any snacks right now. Where's your bone? Where's your bone? Go get your bone. Go get your bone. Okay. All right. So we're up $7 on Palantir. Coin up 247, 325, 29, 39, 38, 21. Hut, hut, hike. Hoop. Coil. Throw. All right. I used to coach some football back in the day. All right, so let's take a look. And 23.24, so up about $75 now on Palantir. I missed it. I screwed up. So I got in 1,500 in the pre-market at 23.19. It dropped all the way down on the open, and I didn't add back. By the time I was looking at the chart and showing you guys the indices, I missed the bottom to add another 1,000 shares on that. So I've got $34,000 of Palantir right now working. Coin might take a look at that one today as well, but let's look at Boeing. I'm not going anywhere near Tesla. Nope, not doing it. Kathy Wood sells, and as people find that out, I don't know. She sold $178 million of the stock. Boeing up $1.60. I don't think there's any. Yeah, Credit Suisse came out and said that Boeing is expected to see higher than greater losses on quarter 1, and likely to report higher than expected core loss. Credit Suisse said on Thursday, expects to report sales of $15 billion and a core loss of $1.28 a share, compared with the estimate of 98 cents per share. So that'd be about a 30% surprise. So that means that they should adjust that, and then maybe we'll see if we get the other analysts adjusting it as they come out with earnings next week at 28 cents. Consensus right now is at 96 cents. So that'll be one interesting to look at. All right, now let's pull them back again. So we may grab some more here. We'll see how it goes. I was up a little bit, now I'm down a little bit. No news on Palantir. Coinbase 327, nice jump there on Coinbase. I have the auto on. Yeah, auto. This is logged. Do the log scale for a second. Yeah, no change. Okay, on the 3-minute, 5-minute. Look at that. We got the 180s and the 200s going now. Now we got some data. On the 3-minute, medium, moving average, convergence, divergence, MACD, right above the blue. No buy signal on the 3-minute yet. It's got one on the 1-minute, and it's definitely got one again on the 30-second. All right, 2306 on Palantir. What do we got on the options chain for that one today? Got options expiration. We'll be covering that on AMC as well as on GameStop. Not on Coinbase though. There's going to be options should open up Monday on Coinbase, and let's see the around the money calls for Palantir. And let me go to get off my theoretical, go to my basic view here, and where's the juice? 25 bucks, 65,000 contract. Most of the contracts are trading between 23.50 and 24 today. So 23.50 and 24. Let's move that up just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Let me get back over to stock. Come on. And market depth, so I can see time and sales. 22.99 now. I should have scalped this twice. I should have bought some more over here and then sold it all up here. But that just means I missed the first run up. All right, a lot of red going on, folks. A lot of red. NASDAQ down 26, so tech's taking a hit today. S&P is up 11. Dow is up 193. Again, we talked about this yesterday in terms of my ExxonMobil's doing really well, though. They're up today. What's that one up to? 49 cents today, 57.47. Again, I've got 80 of the $60 calls expiration May 7th on ExxonMobil. And they report earnings on the 30th. Looking for the consensus estimate of 60 cents per share. All right, VIX up to 16.7. S&P just kind of hanging out. Oops, sorry, wrong one. There's the NASDAQery. Dow pulling back just a little bit. S&P pulling back just a little bit. So a lot of action on the over there, and you can see the red. AMC down, ARC's down, Cinemark down, Coinbase up 345, GameStop down, Palantir down, Rocket down, Tesla. Oops, Palantir. Hold on a second there. All right, so we're gonna watch this one a little bit here. So I'm going to add to my position here. I've got 34,000. I'm ready to. I don't think I'm going to add 1,500 more and double it. As a matter of fact, VIX going up 16.7. S&P still holding. Dow still holding up 187. NASDAQ further drop. S&P just a little bit of a drop. It got down here to 2278. Bottom wick 2272. No news. Oh, there's a little doji there. Hang on. Okay, I'm in. I grabbed another 1,000 at 23.9. Wait a minute. I thought I pressed the button there. What the heck? Did it buy? I know I pressed the button. All right, hold on here. Let me see if it's a Schwab problem. I should have picked up 1,000 more at right here. It didn't. Did I fat finger it? Yeah, I fat fingered it. I missed it. Somehow I thought I clicked the buy button, and apparently I didn't. Huh. Very interesting. All right. Well, I missed it. Right on this doji right here, I tried to get an order in at was it 22.87 or 89? And somehow I thought I clicked a button. Sometimes I hover so quick that I think I hit it, and I'm already looking at the screen as I click the mouse. Every once in a while, like once every 3 months or so, I mishit a button. So you gotta be careful. Again, a lot of your brokerage firms will have a review screen, and the review screen will give you a chance to confirm the order before it sends. Because I flip on the bid and the ask, I don't do that. I have mine set as soon as I hit that buy button, it buys. As soon as I hit the sell button, it sells. So I'm down about $150. Again, I've got a 1,500 pound here at 23.19. And do I think Coinbase is going to go up today? HD Oreo, hey, HD Oreo, thank you for giving me a follow there. Let's take a look at Coinbase, and it actually is up on the day. It's up quite a bit. It had a nice jump on the beginning. And oh, by the way, I created a Coinbase _stock Reddit forum or a subreddit over on Reddit for Coinbase. So I created that last night. So I'm the moderator. I'm the owner of it. I am going to follow it. So it's pulling back just a little bit right now. 325.84. If we take a look at a 5-minute chart, I'm just going to, I don't know if you want to be known by HD or Oreo or what you want to be called by. And hello over there on YouTube as well. And if you guys got symbols you want me to look at, let me know. I'll be happy to do that. All right, so Coinbase. Looking at what happened on the open on Wednesday, and again, I talked about this extensively yesterday, where, you know, what happened when at 11 o'clock in the morning, 35 minutes after Coinbase opened, all the algorithms kicked in with sell orders and crashed the market a little bit. And then it went on for exactly an hour. If you look at this wicks, these wicks on the bottom down here on Coinbase, that was exactly an hour later after all the SPY. I read something like 1,195 sell programs simultaneously churning the SPY and the S&P and everything else and all the underlyings. And then it bottomed out. The SPY bottomed out at exactly the same time. And then we had all this consolidation phase yesterday, and it's kind of a bull trap. And the reason I say it was a bull trap is because every time you had any type of buying into it, buy, slam, buy, slam, buy, slam, buy, slam, buy, slam, buy, slam, suck you in, slam, oh, doji, let's buy again, it's going to do the same thing. Nope. And then it slammed down. So even though you had buyers outpacing the sellers in almost every one of these, because the HFTs, the high frequency trading, trying to slam this down. And the theory I came up with on this is it makes sense, and it's that Wall Street hates Coinbase. They don't want to see Coinbase succeed. And you say, well, why wouldn't they want? And so we're up 305. So it's up to 326 right now. You don't, HD, you don't have to tell me what your cost basis is, or if you don't have it, are you looking to buy it? Or if you have it, that's okay. I don't know if we look at yesterday. I'm going to remove the externals here for a second, even though we're a little bit early. Forget about the first day. Forget about that. You're really looking at what happened yesterday on the open. Had a nice spike up. Then we had all this consolidation, and now we're on a 3-minute chart. And so this is the start of a 180. The green line is the 50-period average. So this green line represents the 50-period average of 3-minute candles. So the last 53-minute candles, that's the average price. The last 180 3-minute candles, that's the average price. So we're trying to figure out, it's still forming its base. So because it is still forming its base, we got to decide. Now the good news is you just had Kathy Wood come out yesterday, and the story ran that on Wednesday they bought $146 million worth of, I forget what the number is. I already closed. Did I already close that? Yeah, I already closed that one. They basically sold Tesla shares and bought Coinbase shares in 3 of their ARKX funds. So that was something that they decided to do that did pretty good. Okay, so my Palantir's dropped back down again. Let me go to 30-second chart here. All right, so I'm going to get another order ready to go. So NASDAQ down 30, Dow up 138, S&P up 7. We talked about the NASDAQ yesterday with chance that, hey, it might pull back a little bit here today. And that was based on the 10-year and the 30-year yield being up, even though the dollar is down just a little bit. All right, 22.96. That's a little bit higher than what I wanted to pay. Why am I getting... Okay. Waiting to possibly buy some more here. Lower my cost basis. All right, so we'll watch that for a quick second. So Coinbase 296, 274. It looks like it's going to find a range at this 325 level as things balance out here. VIX is down a little bit, 16.7. Back to Palantir. This one dropped down to right there to 85. All right. There's a green doji. I missed it. I had an order for some more at 22.91. Just 500 shares though. Oh, darn it. Okay, picked up just 500 more. So we have 2,000 shares of Palantir, about $45,000 worth. And I picked those up at 97 cents. 22.97. Put it in for 94. It didn't fill. So now I just increased the dumb thing. I could have saved 3 cents on 500. $15. Oh. All right, what's Boeing doing? Let's look at Boeing. Down $1.11 now. See, I was thinking about that, and I was like, you know what? No, this is Friday. Options expiration, 251 or so. And let's see what happens. And glad I didn't. So I do not own any Boeing right now. Okay, Coinbase, nice jump there. Up 375, up 1.13%. Those Palantir knocking on $23. And again, there is no news on Palantir. Nope. Okay, averages: Dow up 122, NASDAQ down 28, S&P up 6. And let me see. Those moving. Let's see how esports is doing. Had a huge run up right in the pre-market, and then up to open. Oops, here we go. Again, they started trading yesterday. Jumped all the way up to $69 in the pre-market. Now it's at 40. Look at that. Look at that. So closes yesterday over here, $40 or so. Finishes, jumps up to 48 in the post-market yesterday. Jumps up to 71. Jumps up to $71.17 in the pre-market. And loses $30 from the pre-market high, which was about 2 hours after the pre-market opened. So 3 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock in the morning Eastern. But it's still up 391 on the day. But there's a lot of people that bought that run up there. They woke up early. Wow. Okay, I don't own any. Interesting play though. All right, Palantir back to 22.90 now. All right, let's got to figure out. So we're going to be in that one for a little while here. All right, ExxonMobil dropped now. They're negative now, down 22 cents. So my options are negative now. Let's take a look at, I'm going to leave Palantir up since I'm in it. And we're going to watch that one on a 30-second chart. And I'm going to pull up the options chain on AMC. And I want to see where the action is going to be today. And you've got 60,000 contracts at $10 on AMC. We can go to that. So 60,000 contracts, open interest for, as it closed yesterday, at $10. You've got 6,100 of those contracts have changed hands today. So the volume on the $10 calls is 6,100. Again, AMC trades on 50-cent options. So $9, $9.50, $10, $10.50. And all of those, anything around the money and in the money is down right now. That expires today. So I originally had, what did I have? $8 calls? I had $8 calls expiring today, but I made bank on those things. And we sold those at a profit quite a little while ago, quite a while ago. All right, let's look at GameStop and the options for GameStop around the money. You've got quite a few. Now, these trade at the $5 increments. So $5 increments on GameStop. I misspoke yesterday. I think I said 250 yesterday because I think Tesla trades on the 250s. GameStop trades on the $5 increments. So you're talking about 145, 150, 155, 160. All of those are down between $1.45 and $2.75 per contract. Wow. So just getting beat up today. Watch your volatility on those. It's going to be huge. But if you're scalping options, you get a nice, and you can make a little bank, make a quick 20% on it. So, what's the battle going to be for GameStop today? Well, it's shaping up to be, everybody will think it's 150. It'll probably be 145 or 155. Who knows? We'll see what the market does. S&P's trailing down now, barely up anything. Dow is still up, but it's pulled back significantly, up only 98 now. The NASDAQ has accelerated its decline, down 54 points now. And the S&P, barely up anything. It gave back all of its gains, while the VIX goes up to 16.8. All right. And I don't know if I said good morning, but Knight over there on Twitch, good morning to you as well. Welcome to the stream. There's oil, ExxonMobil pulling back. Let's see. Don't get short. What is this? All right, nothing there. Tesla. Oh, we'll check the heat map. This thing's gonna look dull. I told you. All right. So what's up? Again, this is 15 minutes delayed, and here's your proof. It's showing ExxonMobil up, and of course we look at ExxonMobil. ExxonMobil is down. So again, that's the problem with these things. It's nice to look at sentiment, but when you're looking at this, it's basically just a sector. And this is over on finviz.com, and there's other sites that give you the heat maps as well. And you can choose which index and stuff like that. I choose just to use the S&P 500. It just gives me an overall sense of the market. The Dow is only 30 stocks. The NASDAQ 100 is basically all tech in the top 100. So you can get a look at the tech sector on the S&P 500 because many of those same tech companies in the NASDAQ 100 trade as part of they're inclusive of the S&P 500, which means they're included in the S&P 500. So I can look at sectors and which sectors are outperforming today and which ones are having trouble. But again, I'm not looking at this as far as prices go, again, because we've had a pullback here, and the Dow is up 115 now, so slight turn up. S&P down 56 now, S&P up 2, NASDAQ down 59. So this is showing energy up, but of course, if we go to charts, we see the ExxonMobil is down. Let's go to Chevron. We see that Chevron is down, and actually, I'm going to pull Chevron up here. Yeah, I'm going to put it in this one. So all of this information that we're seeing is delayed by 15 minutes. So we can say, yeah, the banks are up. Morgan Stanley came out. They beat their earnings, but they're trading down right now. Go figure. Schwab is down. Goldman is up a little bit. JP Morgan, Bank of America, Citigroup, Wells Fargo were all showing up. Microsoft, Nvidia, all the chip makers, but Micron, Texas Instruments, and Intel were showing up. I don't think that that's the case anymore. Let's see. Nvidia down. Intel up 2 cents. So just a little. Okay. VIX up to 16.8. Check Coinbase, see if it's holding on to its gains and pushing further. 327 now. And so at some point, is there going to be a correlation between what Coinbase does and how Bitcoin trades? I don't think so. And the reason why is Coinbase, to make their money, they just need transactions. They just need volume to continue, and they have to match their growth as well. So they've got to grow with adding users, which they did. They added 20% more users in just the first quarter of this year versus where they ended 2020. They went from 43 million up to 52 million users. Again, they're in 100 countries, right? So they're not the biggest exchange. Binance is the largest exchange. I used to have a Binance account. I can't have a Binance account anymore because I live in a communist state. Yes, Washington State is a communist state. It's run by Marxists. Feel free to disagree. All right. Coinbase pulling back a little bit here. VIX just went up. S&P just dropped a little bit. Up only 1.7. NASDAQ now down 60, continuing its decline. Dow still pulling back just a little bit, but holding. And that's based on the strength of some of the financials. Boeing now down $2. And this $2 is based on the Credit Suisse, where they think that they're going to have a greater first quarter loss than what was forecasted. Let's look at some of the airlines. UAL down a little bit. Southwest down 65 cents. American down 15 cents. And we'll look at Alaska. Alaska down 28 cents. And Delta. Delta down 15 cents. So some of that, they're down greater. Boeing is down greater than that. They're down almost, 0.6%. They were just down 0.75%. They were just down $2. Now they're down $1.61. So Credit Suisse came out and they basically said, hey, we think they're going to have a greater than expected quarter one core loss. And they think they're going to come in with a loss of $1.28 per share versus consensus of 98. However, my consensus shows 96 cents. 96 cents on TradingView. So it depends on where they're calling the information from, right? So depending on where they're getting the info from. Palantir just hanging out now, getting a little bit flat. Trying to find, it looks like a decent base for me here, 2280 or so. So we'll hold on to that. We'll see how that one goes a little bit later. AMC 965. Again, the battle is probably going to be for 950, folks. They ran it up to 1013. I don't think it got higher than that. Let's see. No, it did a little bit. 1021, 1020, 1020 in the pre-market. And then right before the market opens, the hedge funds started slamming it. And now some of that could have been day traders. It could have been people that wake up in the morning at 4 o'clock in the morning, Eastern time, 1 o'clock Pacific, when pre-market opens. So you can start trading at 1 o'clock in the morning Pacific time if you're on the West Coast, or 4 o'clock in the morning if you're on the East Coast. And you can make some trades, and a lot of stuff tends to run up in that time frame, but your volume is so low. You know, you can look at it and you can say, well, what's the volume on it? And let me auto this. And you see the volume and you say, oh, that looks pretty good. Not in comparison to what you're looking at as far as volume during the market. Come on. Oh my goodness. How did this thing get over here? Crazy. Okay. So where's the battle going to be for them? Looks like 950. If you look at this and say, well, it got down to 952, that could have been a confirmation for the hedge funds to redo their algorithms and say, hey, let's get this thing to close at 949 today, and let's screw all these people with options contracts, right? All right, Boeing came back just a little bit, but mostly flat now. Just real small rises and fall and declines here on them. Let's look at GameStop. What's going on with that? Again, $5 option contracts on GameStop. So 145, 150, 155, 160. AMC is on the 50 cents. So $9, $9.50, $10, $10.50. And while this is percolating, we'll leave this on COINBASE as it's given back some of its gains today. But still up. Don't freak out. Up 225. I'm going to go let her out real quick. I will be right back. Want to go outside? Oh, you do, don't you? You do, don't you? All right, let's go. Oh, it's a piece of lint. Nice find. All right. All right, we'll give her a little bit of a treat here. Come on, Palantir. What do you wait? Is this what you want? She loves this thing. Want to say hello real quick? No, you're occupied with this. Maybe afterwards. Okay, get it. That dog loves her puzzle ball. Absolutely loves it. And she just pushed it into the bedroom, which means it's going to end up under the bed. Or under the dresser. One of the two. I had to go crawl, stick my hand halfway under the bed to grab that thing just now. She won't bring me the ball. I don't know that. I think it because of the size of it, she can't get her mouth around it maybe. Come on, AMC. Let's go. Let's go. What's Palantir got for options today? A lot of contracts trading at 23 and 23.50 on Palantir. So you had 15,000 open interest on 23.50 calls expiring today. And you've had 3,631 contracts change hands today. At $23, call options expiring today. Open interest yesterday was 11,853 contracts. Volume today, 4,156 contracts. I just saw a bug flying around. I'm not going to be able to get that thing. It's flying. You get it? I think I did. Or I got part of it, one of the two. All right. You lost it already. Is it under the bed? You put it on. You pushed it under the bed, didn't you? Want to say hello? Come here. It's under the dresser? Okay. She just told me it's under the dresser. Sit. Sit. It's not even under there. What is it? Oh, yeah. Oh, holy cow. You pushed it all the way to the back. Alright, well, let's do this here. Play with it over here. Hey, she pointed. She told me it was underneath the dresser, and it was. All right, so Palantir looks like, man, if it shakes out to 23, I'm going to lose on this one today. All right. Coin 495 now, recovering. So, bouncing a little bit back and forth. I should see. I don't want to scalp coin though. I want to own coin. Oh, I didn't see. Get rid of that. Bum, 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 bum. It's a nice start to the day for Coinbase, especially in a down NASDAQ market. So indices, again, Dow is up 127. NASDAQ down 14 now, so that's improved quite a bit. S&P up 9. VIX has settled down a little bit, back down to 16.6 after hitting 16.7, 16.9. Where are you getting the pre? 16.7, and now we're 2 bips below that. All right, that's pretty good. I like that. Dow coming back a little bit, up 127. Market depth here. Your stocks, your stonks. SPY doing? So we're going to end up in the green today or in the red? What do you think? I think red on the NASDAQ, and I think the SPY will hold. Which means it'll be up maybe a little bit, but or the S&P 500. Sorry. We'll see. Got a long day ahead. Hey, we will be back for the market close. So we'll be back at 11:30, 2:30 Eastern, 11:30 Pacific. Or I'm sorry, yeah, 2:30 Eastern, 11:30 Pacific, for an hour and a half and get market close. We'll watch the option battles as they form and see where they go. And again, they're do a quick search here. Caps lock on. Catchy tune. Some of my YouTube videos get hit for copyright a little bit because I forgot to link my YouTube account to my Epidemic Sound account. So all the music that you're hearing is royalty free. I pay a licensing fee to Epidemic Sound. I think I pay $15 a month. And so I link my YouTube, my Facebook, and my Twitch accounts, and so I don't get DMCA'd on it. All right. Is that Razul or Rasul? I hope I'm pronouncing that right over on YouTube. Thanks for the question. Will Coinbase go up today? It is up today. It's up quite a bit. It's up $5 to $327.97, up 1.6%. It did top out at 323, and it was as low as 321.03, but it's in a nice range. So we're looking at a market where we have the NASDAQ, which is down 18 points, but Coinbase is up. The big news on Coinbase was, well, not really big news, but yesterday Kathy Wood in three of her ARK investment ETFs reported that they had sold Tesla shares, not all of them, because again, she thinks 3,000 by 2025 on Tesla, but they added Coinbase to three of their ARK ETFs. And hopefully they got in those things. Let me go to 5 minute or 3 minute, somewhere down in this range, or maybe they bought it on the first day. So we don't know where they bought those things. It could have been down here, could have been down here. I do have an alert set for 311, but I'm probably not going to get that. Why do I have that so low? That doesn't even make sense to me. Let's get rid of that. Boop. All right, get rid of that alert. All right, I do want to send an alert. Caution on Palantir. There we go. All right, 2301 alert on Palantir. All right, so Coinbase, I'm not sure where it's going to go today. It's up. I like the chart. It looks good. You've got support from yesterday's post market. It's starting to get into these ranges and trade flat. So maybe this is the range today, and it'll just vacillate between vacillate between a couple dollars. So going from 324 to 326, 330. Look at this though. There's a sell wall out there. Look at that. Let me pull that up. Let's take a look at this. I'll pull this up and I'll show you on my Schwab account. And we will look at the walls. And let's go into coin. this bigger. Okay, so what I just looked at on Coinbase. See these wicks? 1, 2, 3, 4 identical at 330.05, or maybe 330, right? Maybe that's at 330. Yeah, 330.01 or so. 330 on a button. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 identical candle wicks on a rising channel. All 4 wicks across 2 minutes time stopped at 330 on the dot, and that's where we're at right now. So then you say, okay, so we've got how many shares of 335, 334, 5,333. 587, 5,900 shares at 330. Okay. So look, this is time and sales over here. So we're looking at the pools. Anything in the gray you see over here is the dark pools. So you'll see decimal points out the 4 places on those. And same thing with the quote. You might see a 326.7653 show up here, or 5665. Like you just did there. Those are the dark pools trading. It doesn't tell us whether it's a buy or a sell. It just says that it's action. And of course in the green you got the buys, in the red you got the sells. So look at the spread on this. So 54 to 69. So you get a 14-cent spread between the bid and the ask. Pivot point 329.74. We're at 327.02, and support one at 310.28. Let me take the Schwab one down to a 1-minute chart. No, we'll leave it on 5-minute. Take a better look. And you can see that consolidation on a slightly declining trend line. I think it's going to hang out here today. Price prediction for Coinbase short term. I don't know, dude. The things I can't do is I can't tell you whether to buy or sell something. Price prediction, if I were to look at this again, I want to own it long term. I don't own any shares right now. I took 3 trades on it on Wednesday and yesterday and was profitable on all 3. Made about, let's see, what did I get on one? 151 plus 1,500 plus 210. So I made $1,861 on it, trading it 3 times right now. I want to buy it long term. I'm looking for it to form a base. I don't mind buying it anywhere up to 345 or so, because I want to own it in my retirement accounts. But I'm waiting to see what it's doing in, because we got this long base here, long base here, long base here, consolidation, consolidation, consolidation. Yesterday, I think it was manipulated. My honest opinion is that Wall Street, which means hedge funds and everyone else, don't like Coinbase, and there's more people out there that still don't understand the cryptocurrency space, and they want it to fail because it's competition for them. So if Coinbase succeeds, that's less competition for the Wall Streeters and the hedge funds, because they don't participate in that space. They claim they do. Well, we allow our customers to buy into ETFs like GBTC, and if they want to, get into it, they can go into the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, and they can buy it there, or they can buy Riot and look at it there. Okay, whatever. Coinbase is an exchange, and it's valued right now at $64 billion, $65 billion market cap on Coinbase. So I think that don't take any advice from me. If you do any of the plays, you're going to lose all your money. This is not tax advice. This is not financial advice. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. So with that said, it's got to figure out its base. It could be forming one here. It could be forming in this 325 range, based on it bottomed out at 310 when the hedge funds pushed it down on Wednesday. That's where it bottomed out at. It found a nice range yesterday at 330 or so. It's trading between 329 and 335, 337. So had a nice channel there. Post-market, again, it could have been some institutions adding some positions. Pre-market, some people that traded it, taking profits or selling it because they don't want to be in it. And then it came right back to where it was post-market. So we're trading in the range of where we were post-market yesterday, which is a lower consolidation phase than where we were at from midday yesterday when everything was going up, and Coinbase was still hanging out. So the fact that it's hanging out, if you gave me a time frame, my prediction was that I think Coinbase is going to pass Tesla. Tesla's at 732. We'll see. I could be wrong on that. I don't think I am. And the main reason why is, they're going to report their first quarter earnings on June 2nd. You've got Bitcoin. The only thing Coinbase needs, let me take this out to a 30-minute chart. The only thing Coinbase needs to make money is volatility. So there's going to be some bright mind out there that's going to do an analysis. And on that analysis, they're going to take a look at, somebody just tried to post a link in my YouTube. Sorry, Maylin, I disabled links just because of spammers like you. If you got a legitimate link, possibly type in what it might be without it being a link, and I'll moderate it and decide whether to leave it there. So somebody tried to do something. Got in over 400, so messed up. Okay, so Russell, I don't know that. So Coinbase makes money anytime there's volatility. Whenever you see volatility in Bitcoin, they're in 100 different countries. This means that there's transactions happening on Coinbase, they're making money. Goes down, there's transactions on Coinbase, they're making money. Goes up, there's transactions on Coinbase, they're making money. My own story, I got in, I placed 11 different limit orders, go back to 30 seconds, 11 different limit orders before I started trading on Wednesday. And I started out at 340, went up to, or 343, got all the way up to 382. So before I started trading publicly, I had an order for $382 for 100 shares. Charles Schwab filled my order immediately on the open at 381, giving me a $1 price improvement. It shot up to 421. I got out at 397. I bought it again later that day and scalped it, made $151. I bought it again late in the day and let it sit overnight from Wednesday to Thursday, sold it Thursday morning, and my cost base on it was $328.86. I forget what I sold it at. Anybody? I don't even remember. But I made $210 on that. So total, I made about $1,800 scalping it. But I want to own it, and I want to own it in my retirement accounts. So if you're in at 400, hopefully you don't need it to go back to 400 because it's your rent money or your car money or your mortgage money or your girlfriend's boyfriend's money, whatever it might be, right? That's a Reddit meme. Please don't take offense to that. There's a thing about everybody trades and loses money so that their wife's boyfriend can go have fun. You can Google that. So if I had bought at, let's take a look at this for him. Let me go out to a 5-minute chart here and say, okay, I fat fingered it, and I am in at 400. Okay, so in at 400, you bought it in this range right here, right? Okay. So now you take that 400 and you say, okay, I'm down. Let's take a chart here. 470 cents, close enough. So you're down 18% right now, okay? So now, you're down 18%, okay? So now let's take a look at what you need. So down 18%, and we're at right about there. To get back up to 400, your break even, you need 22%. So when a stock declines, your decline percentage is going to be less than what you need as a percentage to go back up to where you were. So buying in at 400 means you're sitting at about an 18% loss right now, ballpark, give or take, right? In order for it to get back up to 400, the question you have to ask is, I now need a 22.35% gain based on where the stock is trading right now at 327.95, 328. So I need to come back 22%. So in order to recover your loss, that's what's called holding a bag. So you hold a bag right now on Coinbase. It's got to earn a greater percentage than a percentage that you lost. Do I think that this stock will go up to 400? I think it eventually will pass Tesla. As far as a time frame, it depends. Everything is so overvalued right now, from the S&P 500 to the NASDAQ to the Dow. The Dow is up 114, NASDAQ is down 17, S&P is up 7, the VIX is at 16.6. So if the markets continue to go burr, which there's no new stimulus talk at all, so where's the money going to come from? There's a lot of money on the sidelines, but there's been such a huge growth in retail investors. Can that sustain to continue driving prices north? Where will we get some sort of overall market pullback? And if we get a market pullback, that market pullback, we have inflation. You can look at it, it is an absolute fact, and I'll fight anybody to the moon on this. Look at your gas prices. And, gas prices up here, $3.35 a gallon. I paid $3.44 for 89 octane a couple weeks ago, which is the last time I filled up. So gas prices are going up. Your grocery prices are going up. Because everything is going up, that equals inflation. And the Fed is in denial, and they come out and they say everything is rosy, everything's good. Yeah, if we're going to increase the rates, that's not going to happen until 2023. Yet you turn around and you look at things like the dollar, and the dollar's been in an uptrend since early January, okay? So it's in over January. And by the way, I don't think you messed up with your buy on Coinbase. I'll cover that in a minute. So the dollar is up. The 10-year yields have been going up since August. The 30-year yields have been going up since August. Okay, pulled back a little bit. Okay, 1.57. And so what a lot of people are talking about is they're talking about $2. And so they're talking about the the 10-year yield, and I'll set an alert here. And they're talking about when it hits. Actually, I'm going to go 2001. Or actually 199, 1.991. Okay. And I'm going to put an alert in there for the 10-year yield, because what they're talking about, and look at that, crazy. I'm looking all the way over here at what people are saying, and you look at the 10-year, it ramped right to this resistance the last time it went up that high. When it hits 2%, a lot of people say, well, that's going to be the signal that inflation is here, markets are going to go, right? We'll see. So what does that have to do with Coinbase? Well, Coinbase at some point is going to start trading like it's underlying indices and stuff. So it trades on the NASDAQ. So you could say, okay, well, let's compare it to what the NASDAQ is doing. There is no comparison. It can't compare to what the NASDAQ is doing. Look at this exact same time frames, and yet look at the charts. Totally different, because Coinbase is trying to form its base, and it's on a pretty good track at this 325, 327 range to form its base. And so, will it get back up to 400? I think it will. I think it'll go up to 400. I have no idea on a time frame, because it hasn't hit that 400 since 20 minutes after it opened. So a lot of people will say, well, you can average down. That's true. And by averaging down, that means you can buy shares at a lower price and add to your position, thus lowering your cost basis. So if you're at 400 and you bought it, you're not telling me the amount of shares you own, but whether it's 1 or 100 or 50 or 1,000 or 2,000 or whatever, if you bought in at 400 and we're at 328, 72 divided by 2 minus 400, if you doubled your position in Coinbase right now, that would move your cost basis to 364 for break even, minus your fees or whatever. So if it got back to 364, or if you went 2 times your position and you were at 400 and you bought twice the amount of that you have right now, you're going to be in the 340 range or so of break even. Now you're talking about a break even. Hey, I only need to go to 345 instead of 400 now. If it forms its base. I'm not in the position you are. I don't own any Coinbase right now. I want to, but I'm trying to let it figure out where it's going to be for a longer term hold. And in comparison to what the indices are doing, VIX 16.7, S&P 41.76, S&P is up 6 on the day, NASDAQ is down 33, and the Dow is up 114. So if I had bought in that high, and if I had not sold up to this point and taken the loss, I would have looked to lower my cost basis somewhere in this range. If I had held all those shares I bought, and I held them all the way on about, I didn't, I sold up here. But if I had held those, I would have looked in this range somewhere, knowing my trading style, to add to my position. So if I would have looked at this range right here to add to my position, guess what? That's right where we're at right now. So my trading style, if I had bought at 400 and I rode it all the way down to 310 and it bounced back, came back and retested, formed a bottom over here and came up, I would have got it at 326. We're there right now. And then you say, okay, so where's the argument for buying right now? It's right here. It's right here. It's right here, 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 here. It's here, 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 here. And it's here, here, here. So it's making a case for a base that you want this to be the support level. You want Coinbase to form a support level right where it's at right now. Let's call it 325. Okay. So let's set an alert for 325. And crossing 325. Actually 325.01. And we'll see if that hits that today. And again, the reason I did that is look at that line extrapolated over the rest of the charts. So I'm trying to get this bigger so you can see it. This orange line is the alert. And you say, okay, what does that have to do with it? Well, it has a lot to do with it. You've got support right here, resistance. Now you've got all this support. Now it's resistance. Is it going to form support? You want to form support. Support right now, pivot point is 329.74. We're there right now at the pivot. So the pivot says the stock wants to decide, is it going to go up and push from there, or is it going to go down to support? The first level of resistance is at 342.21. Resistance 3, the third level of resistance, is at 393.60. Not that far off from 400. Patience is key. I do like the company long term. I think they're going to blow out their second quarter earnings when they report. Okay. I've read the prospectus from page 1 to 186, whatever. I can't remember how many pages it was, but I looked at every single page. I didn't highlight though because I looked at it as a PDF. Okay. So support 1 is at 310. I've got a support at roughly 325. I just got to notice the wall at 330. I did notice the wall at 330. But right now there's only 172 shares at 330. But if you look at this, so somebody just sent me a text and said, notice the wall at 330. Yep, I did. I talked about that about a half hour ago when these 4 candles here, boom, 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 it's got to push through that. and it's encountering that same resistance right there. So somebody's screwing around. You've got algorithms and HFT, high frequency trading, that does not want this to go above 330. Has nothing to do with options. There are no option chains for this stock yet. Possibly on Monday. It's got to be at least 3 days. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, possibly on Monday. Will I buy some options? We'll see what the deltas, the thetas, the gammas, all that stuff looks like, and the implied volatility. I might take a risk and buy some leaps. There you go. So in my best English, fuck your $330 sell wall. We just broke through it. So now we're in new territory, right? So I hope that answers your question, Razul. Razul, if your message retracted. Okay, so I guess you're deleting your messages over there. Or it was deleted. That's weird. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. So I don't know what it's gonna go up to. Yeah, they noticed that we were catching on. So yeah, I should have scalped that a little bit, huh? I'm gonna regret not buying back into this thing in the 320s. I know it. So now it broke through its resistance, and it broke through its resistance in the pre-market. So now we're going up here. So now we want to see if it's going to leg up from here. So 338. So now I've got a channel of alerts. So we want to see if it's going to break this next level up here, which is equal to yesterday's. Not its high on the day because of the pre-market or because of the open, but where it had its support levels up, which is basically 337, 50, 338, somewhere around there. Okay, what's my alert at? 338.37. So now we'll see if it goes. But the rest of the market is starting to go too. So with that, you have the S&P is now up 9. Got a nice little trend there. The VIX jumped back down to 16.5. You've got the NASDAQ now down only 27. Still channel bound. The Dow 151.70. ExxonMobil, real quick. I just need to look at that. It's nice. I like that. What's oil doing? Still down 20. Why did ExxonMobil just jump? Where are we at? Positions. Sweet. That's a nice little jump. No news. Okay. Boeing, nice bounce back there. So looks like some volume came in here into the market. What's my Palantir doing? 22.90. All right, down $480 on my Palantir. I've got 2,000 Palantir at 23.14. So I need a little luck for this to go. So 332.54 now. Nice run, up 3% on the day. Switch from coffee over to water. So that wall was interesting. That 330 wall. Yeah, they noticed we were catching on. No kidding. Getting neighborhood alerts. People breaking into mailboxes. I get my mail every day. Or my son does, one of the two. All right, so that's a nice jump there. So Razul over there on YouTube, I hope that answers your question on COINBASE. Again, I like the stock. I want to own it. I don't own shares right now. I should probably get some so I can shut up and not. All right, I'm gonna buy some shares. Hold on a second. I'm gonna put an order in to possibly buy some shares, but I want to see what the market does. Let's see here. Let me go over to Coin and 25. Okay. Nope. Um, 47. 325.47. Actually, you know what? I'm going to wait for a little bit of a pullback. which means it's going to go up, right? And I'm not going to get my shares. I'm going to put some in my retirement account today at some point. S&P going up. VIX looks good, 16.5. See, yeah, I miss it. If I would have done that, I should have. As soon as it broke on that candle, 332, it broke that 330 candle. Hey, what's up? Where's your ball? Oh, you're out of treats. You want to say hello? You want to say hello? She's like, yeah, I want to say hello. All right. Say hello. Right here. Right here. Look. Hey, Liberty. Oh, here, put that leg right there. Okay. Now she's going to check things out. She's going to look at the camera. She's checking the charts. Is this a good time to buy Coinbase? What do you think? Now, if she fat fingers this and pushes the buy button, I guess I don't have a choice, huh? Do I? We should do that. We should just take her paw like this and go there to buy. Look at this. This dog will let you do whatever you want. Check your teeth. Let's see your teeth. Good dog. All right, 331. So that's Liberty. That's my awesome dog. Aren't you? You a good dog? You a good dog? Watch her ears. Check this out. Here. Want a treat? You want a treat? Do you want a treat? It's like, what do you think? Okay. Where's your ball? We'll put some treats in your ball. Because I said the word. So if you have an active dog, if you have a dog that chews, and hold on a second. Didn't fill. All right, I put an order in at 50 at 331. Missed it. All right, hold on. Why won't it let me change it? Weird. On my Street Smart Edge, I've got a pending order at 331. Oh, God darn it. And it won't let me change it. So I got to put in another one. That spread is 331.33 to 331.90. Oh, this is bugging me, Schwab. Why won't Street Smart Edge allow me to change the order? It won't give me the change order screen. Sometimes this broker platform. All right, screw it. All right, I just bought 50 shares in my retirement account at 332. Now I own it. I'm a shareholder again. I'm going to regret that purchase as it drops down now. Of course it drops down. There's my beep. I'm down $8. Now I'm down $12. Now I'm down $20. I can buy some more. She's waiting for her treat. So her treat is dog food. Back to the puzzle ball here. If you have a dog that chews, this is the best thing ever. And I can't find this exact ball. I looked on Amazon for somebody the other day, and I can't find this exact ball. But this is what's called a puzzle ball. It's got a hole in the front, and you put a treat in there or food in there or whatever. So a Kong with peanut butter works great for a dog that likes to chew or as a treat. Or if I go somewhere to the store and I got to put her in her crate, I'll throw a Kong. I'll put it in the freezer like overnight so it lasts a little bit longer for her. Dogs that chew the sticky walls don't work. My dog ate the sticky wall with peanut butter and she destroyed it and she was pooping it out for like a couple months. But this thing is great. You put the food in there. She's got to roll it around with her paws until one falls out and she just loves it. Ready? And it will absolutely keep her occupied. Hey, I'm profitable. I'm up $2 now on Coinbase. All right. So So that's where we're at there. Let me go back over here. So we'll see. I probably bought it too high, but again, this is a long-term hold for me, so I'm not super worried about it. Palantir 2291, but let's just say I like the stock. Okay. Right? My notification. All right, see, now it's dropping down. So if it comes down to this range again in these 320s, I'm going to add to my position. I only picked up 50 shares, and so I picked up 50 shares for 16,500 at 332 or 331.95. So it improved my price a little bit. They didn't give me 332; they gave me 331. They saved me 5 cents a share. Thank you, Charles Schwab. I appreciate you. As it trades down now, and I'm down 50 bucks. Let's see something here. Oh, can't do that. Bum, bum, bum. Now we're 330. 330 again? Is it going to drop to there? All right, let's take a look. We've got the Dow Jones Industrial Average up 148. Back to a 30-second chart, so we can see it from the open. And the NASDAQ down only 2 now, trying to go green. S&P up 10. So NASDAQ is about to go green. You can check the heat map here. Let's watch it. Let's see if it goes green here. This gaming chair has lumbar support, and it's got a headrest, and posture is good. You want to try and have it. You don't want to be slouching. You don't want to be sitting under there like this with your feet crossed underneath. Sit up straight in your chair. Do your eye exercises. Take a look at something 15 feet away. Blink a bunch of times and focus on it. Your eyes basically are muscles, and it helps your eyesight. And drink. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate is important to do. Let's see here. Okay, what else you guys want me to look at? If you have another stock you want me to take a quick look at, I'll be happy to do so. SPY. SPY's up 81 cents, 89 cents. Oh, NASDAQ just dumped like a penny. So down, or $2, down $4 on the day, 14,034. So basically flat. Let's take a look at a 3-minute here, and I'm going to eliminate the externals. There are no externals, dumbass. Look at that. Look at that volatility. Look at that Bollinger Band volatility from yesterday, or from Wednesday. Sorry, from Wednesday. There are a lot of people that simply trade the SPY every single day and just watch it go up on the open on the volatility, and then they do options on them as well. You just hug that 180 line. You just hug it. Confirmations on the 50. The white is 180. I try and front run a little bit. The red is 200 period averages based on the time interval I'm using. This is a 3-minute chart, so the white represents the last 180 3-minute candles. On the chart, the white represents now the last 180 30-second candles on the SPY. All right, coin, where you at? 3, yeah, see? All because I wanted to own the stock. All right, what we got here? Now we're going to average down. We're going to average down on this thing. We're going to wait. We're going to wait. Where's... Sometimes TradingView, I pay $600 a year for this shit. Where are my alerts at? I've got 2 alerts. Why don't they show up on my chart? So let me go to a different chart here for a second. Yep. Let me save it. Go to a different chart for a second. And go back to 3 chart. And this should be -3-minute, 1 day, and 30-second chart. Okay. Hello, Palantir. Where you been? There we go. All right, I gotta watch that one now. VIX looks good, 16.5. S&P turning a little bit. Oops, hey. Where am I looking? Boom. Where's my NASDAQ? Boom. Okay. What the heck is this song? You guys digging that at all? Boom. Adios. Three-minute. Gave a buy signal on the 3-minute on Palantir. News. No news. Our cost basis on Palantir. Whoop, let me get into the right account. Did I? Oh, I had an order. No, we said we were going to wait. Need 14 more cents on Palantir to break even. So now down $182 on Palantir, and we're just hanging out. I didn't add, I added a little bit to it. So I started out with 1,000, then I added, I started out with 1,500. I'm sorry, I started out at 1,500 at 23.19, and then I added 500 at 22.98. That dropped my cost basis down to 23.14 on Palantir. Patience, patience, patience. All right, go to my other account here. So my Coinbase, I am now an official shareholder of the company Coinbase. So I'm legit. 50 shares, and we're in that at $331.95. So $331.95 on Coinbase. So I'm down like $50 on that. I might add to that later. I'm gonna see what happens with it. I'm okay with the 50. It's about $16,000. So it's still gonna figure out where it's gonna form its base. All right, let's go Palantir. Volume looks good, huh? At least over the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It beat the last 6, almost 7. Sorry, that's a little bit tough to see. Do that. Let's do that. Make it real big. Ready? Boom. Oh, and it dumps. No news. China's Sinovac vaccine, 67% effective. Why don't we sell them Pfizer's vaccine, man? Make some bank on that. U.S. housing starts race to 15-year high. Building permits rise moderately. That's good for me. With building permits going up and the race 15-year high, crazy that housing starts are at a 15-year high when lumber prices have gone up 180%. Wow. Morgan Stanley reveals $911 million Archegos loss as profit jumps. Biden White House's secret weapon on infrastructure, small businesses. Yeah, because they destroyed half of them. Countries seek more Moderna, Pfizer, BioNTech COVID-19 shots as concerns mount on J&J. Apparently 8 people were killed in the main Indianapolis FedEx facility overnight. That's not good. Let's see here. Biden's climate duo of Kerry and McCarthy puts U.S. back in global warming fight. So it is now no longer about climate change. The new narrative that they're pushing is we are now in a climate emergency. So that's the narrative that's being pushed by the. Here's why I don't care. I care about the environment, but I don't think the Earth is going to matter what the environment does, because in 100 years, all of our energy, the majority of it, is going to be clean energy. Okay? Prove I'm wrong. Take a look at the last 150 years. Okay, so 2021 minus 150 brings us to the year 1871. You mean the Industrial Revolution? Yes. So 150 years ago in 1871, we started this grand experiment, somewhere in that time frame. The combustible engine, oil, gas, fuel, all that stuff. Technology-wise, how far have we come in those 150 years? If you are naive and stupid and ignorant enough to think that in the next 100 years, the combustible engine will be gone, except for antiques. Refineries will be mostly gone because we'll be making batteries. If you don't think we're going to solve the battery range crisis on batteries and lithium to something better in the next 100 years, you're high. Nuclear energy, we should have a nuclear reactor alongside every house like we have an electric meter at this point. The technology is there. What are you doing, Palantir? You're screwing me here. All right, I got to click off of that. Otherwise, I'm going to keep staring at it. Look at Boeing. All right, market tailing off here a little bit. Let's pull up the NASDAQ. What just happened? Do we have some news? Hold on. Nope. Nope. Bear with me. Nope. How old is this story? It's like old news, man. All right, so you have the indices pulling back now. So the S&P right now is up 7.7. Definitely pulled back. The VIX, however, stayed at 16.5. NASDAQ, however, just took a dump. And the Dow head down a little bit. Coinbase went up. 334. We're making money. We're making money, but my Palantir dumped. Back down to 22.90. So back to the combustible engine. If you don't think that that we're not in some freaking climate emergency, we're not. But that's a narrative they're going to push. And you can't just push technology to solve a battery range crisis on lithium batteries. You can't push it and say, we're going to eliminate gas cars in Washington State. They just passed a bill. By 2030, you're not going to be able to buy a gas-using car in Washington State by 2030. Okay, so everybody will be running around in 200-mile range cars. We'll solve the battery crisis. Within the next 10 years, we will solve the electric EV range crisis so that if you want to take your camper in your Rivian or your Tesla truck or your Ford F-150 all-electric truck and head to the mountains for a week, you're going to be okay on range. Maybe you'll have a solar panel car chargers at that point that basically unfold out, and then you can charge it while you're camping. A little bit slower, but that's going to come out too. And then we're going to solve it. Okay. Then we're going to solve it. Okay. So here's your narrative. If you don't think the Marxists and the communists are trying to take over this country, you're high. This is the UN. Facts about the climate emergency. The science of climate change is well established, except for those that disagree with you. Except for those that are not naive and ignorant and don't think we're going to have green energy in the next 100 years. The combustible engine's been around for 150 years. When did the combustible engine first start? Anybody know? Combustible engine wiki. What year? What year did we get the combustible engine? Okay. History. Here we go. No. John Stevens built the first American internal combustion engine in 1807. So 200 years ago. And now we're going to send stuff to Mars, SpaceX and Virgin. And if you saw the Blue Origin rocket go up to 348,000 feet the other day and land and eject a capsule, and the capsule land safely, is the 15th time they've used that rocket. Crazy. And so if you think that in the time that we've had the combustible engine, really the Industrial Revolution, S&P's going back up a little bit. Let's see here. Oops. Dow up 134, NASDAQ down 16, S&P up 9. Industrial Revolution. Boop. The Industrial Revolution was a transition to new manufacturing processes in Europe and the United States in the period from about 1760 to sometime between 1820 and 1840. Okay. Technology advances went like this, and now we're going like this. This is how much technology is advancing. So we've been on this bell curve of parabolic technology. Look at your own lifetime. I'm 56 years old. The difference between 1983, when I graduated high school, and 2021, I'm surrounded by electronics. Everything in my house I can talk through Alexa. And all of that can happen. And if you don't think that we're going to solve, this isn't a climate emergency. They're full of shit. The global temperature in 2019 was 1.1 degrees Celsius above the pre-industrial period. Okay, what year was the thermometer invented? What year was the thermometer invented? Just click on the first one here. I don't know. Before the thermometer, there was the early and closely related thermoscope. We're not going to tell you what year, though. 1593. Okay. All right, so thermoscope 1593. So you're going to tell me with all your fancy science and bullshit that we're not going to be able to solve this? You're high. You're high as a kite. So do I care about the environment? Yes. Do I do things to so that I contribute to the health of the planet? Yes, I do. I recycle, but they don't even want you to recycle. Do you realize that like 80% of the stuff that you throw in your recycle bin, if you only have one bin like I do, gets thrown in the landfill? Don't even bother taking your caps off anymore. They basically take milk cartons, everything else. None of it gets recycled anymore. They basically throw it out. Or they put it on a barge, they put it on a ship, and they ship it to China, or they ship it to the middle of the Pacific Ocean, and then whoops, they have a fishing accident, and all your trash goes to the bottom of the ocean. All right, 335 now, up 12.15 on Coinbase. So that's good. So now we're only a little bit away from $400 a share. That was a nice buy I had, huh? I should have bought more of that 329. What am I in at? 331.95. So I'm up 150 bucks on my 50 shares of Coinbase. Okay. Here's the Fed's Waller. Is San Francisco Fed? Is he San Francisco Fed? I forget. Hold on a second. What did Waller say? Who's Waller with? Kaplan. Oh, no, that's today. All right, whoever Waller is. The U.S. economy is set to take off as more Americans are vaccinated, the virus gets under control, and consumers become more comfortable with engaging in economic activity. Federal Reserve Governor Christopher Waller said on Friday, "I think the economy is ready to rip." Waller said during an interview with CNBC, Waller said that he expects the U.S. economy to grow by 6.5% this year, which is what the Fed is saying, 6.5% GDP. This year for inflation to rise by about 2.5%, and for the unemployment rate to drop to about 5% by year end. U.S. central banks slashed interest rates to near zero last year, which also means they have nowhere else to go. As it was being hammered by the pandemic, officials also say they will purchase $120 billion a month. Here's the problem. I'm going to tell you my thought of what I had laying in bed last night, too. Okay. The Fed, now I don't know what the date is on this thing. Really, there's no freaking date? What the hell is that? There's no date on this. How do you put in a freaking article and you don't put a date? Coinbase just hit the top range, 338.37. Nice. News. 11 days ago. There's nothing here. So I don't know what the number is. All right, where are we at here? Dow up 121, NASDAQ down 5, S&P up 9. What the heck? Is the Fed down? All right, there's your M2. All right, so apparently we can't look at money supply right now. Okay, a little duller there. Let's look at Coinbase. Look at that. It's off the charts. Look, it's off the charts. Let's do that. 338.52. That's good. Dealership experience survey. I bought a new car last June. Hey, anybody buy a new car in the last year? At June, at the low of the market, when the auto dealers were starving, at the end of a month? I want to get a Ford Mustang. That's such a nice car. Seriously. Look at this thing. Come on. Come on. Come on. In order to participate in the Ford Motor Company shareholder program so that you get the X program discount where they have to show you the invoice. I don't know what the discount is. You have to own 100 shares for at least 6 months of Ford to get their discount. I've tried to contact 3 dealers so far, and none of them allow the Mustang into that program. Some of the dealers got in trouble with Ford because they were selling their demo models, and they were selling them for $10,000 above the list. There's a lot of people in that industry that are just shysters. I don't know what's worse, real estate agents or car dealers. Let me put it into perspective. You buy a $56,000 car, and is that salesperson making $3,360 off of that? It might make $600-700. I don't even know how they're paid. But 6% commission on a house at $56,000 is $3,360. Look at this thing. Come on. That's just. Where's the interior? Hold on. Mach-E interior. This is a want, it's not a need. Come on. Come on, man. Look at this. You can't tell me that that's not an awesome looking vehicle. I think it's beautiful. I want one. I got to find a dealer that's willing to sell me one using the program discount. And I can be patient and I can wait. That's just. I drove one too. I drove one, and the one I drove, I'll show you. I did test drive it. I actually made a video on it too, but I gotta get it. Here's the March 13th. There's the one I drove. That's a nice looking car. And yeah. Let's see here. Find the
radio. I'm not going to turn that on so that you. And we'll go up one exit and go into acceleration because we have a truck that shows both lanes.
Okay, here we go.
So we have a 60 mile an hour speed limit, but that's okay. We'll still be able to show you.
Here's me driving it. Check this out.
An example here in just a moment.
Want to see acceleration? Check this out. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
And we'll just do this. Immediately, just like that, up to speed. So we have a 60 mile an hour.
Maybe a little more than speed. I think I got that up to like 89 miles an hour. I don't even know. I can ask my son. He was with me on the day. But I test drove that thing, and I fell in love. The torque, when you push that gas pedal, it's got 3 modes. One of the third one is there's whisper mode, and what do they call the other one? I forget what they call it. It's called beast mode, whatever. But it literally, my son said he went like this when you pressed on the gas. And they're coming out with a GT in the summertime. And if Coinbase moons between now and then, maybe I'll buy a GT. But I would like to have one. I don't know if the range on it, on the premium, which is what I drove, that would be the one that I'm looking at purchasing on the premium model. And you get a $7,500 federal tax credit as well. Oh, Coinbase crashing. Palantir dropped all the way back down. Look at that. All the way right back. What did it get out at? 2308, almost a break even. That's all right. We're okay. I might hold that over the weekend anyway. But it's a beautiful car, and it's going to compete directly with Tesla. And it's awesome that they gave it the Mustang moniker. And I understand some people don't like that. I don't care. It's my purchase if I decide to get one. It's my car. So I've not ordered one. I've not put down a deposit because you need to put down a deposit and assign it to a dealer. There is a dealer here that lied to me, and it's the same one. I won't give the name of them right now, but they said, yeah, it's a $1,000 deposit to order one. And that's actually incorrect. According to Ford Motor Company's manufacturing website, it's a $500 deposit. You can do it right on Ford's website, and you can assign it to the dealer that you choose. So I may still order one, at least put the money down because it's fully refundable. It's only $500, and then maybe choose a dealer in Wyoming. But I don't want it to come in before I move out there. And I want to see, because they're having such problems. The car I drove in March, they had gotten it a week. They've had it for a week, and or less than a week. And I forget how many miles. It's on a video. I'd have to look it up. But it had like 80 miles on it, something like that. It was manufactured in November. And all the Mustang Mach-E electric vehicles are final manufactured in Mexico. And Customs was holding them up, and all kinds of issues at the border. Probably because Customs and Border Protection shifted all those people that work for the government to the human being trafficking entrance ports, so everybody throwing the kids over the fences can be processed instead of cargo. And so that's my suspicion. You also had the delay on semiconductor chips, and so Ford, which is 1225. So I sold out of my Ford, and I had Ford, and I forget where I sold it at. I'd have to look somewhere up in this range in March. I got out 13 or 14, not 14, somewhere in the 13s. I thought I sold, but I kept exactly 100 shares on them, and so yeah. So, but I love the company. I love the car. What's the other one? Triggered that one. Close that out. Still have my downside alert set on Coinbase. And let's see if there's any news on them. Stellantis to offer electric versions of almost all European lineup. Chip shortage weighs on car sector recovery. Volkswagen CEO. Brief Ford says Director John Huntsman to join as Vice Chair policy. Ford details new production cuts due to global chip shortage. So here you go. This was yesterday or Wednesday. Ford Motor Company on Wednesday outlined another series of plant shutdowns. Oh, by the way, NASDAQ down 9 now only. S&P up 9. Dow up 124. On Wednesday outlined another series of plant shutdowns due to the global semiconductor chip shortage. Number 2 U.S. automaker did not outline how many vehicles would be lost in the latest actions and reiterated it intends to provide an update on the financial impact of the chip shortage with its quarterly earnings on April 28th. So that's in 2 weeks, suggesting the hit could be bigger than initially forecast. It will. The announced production cuts during the weeks of April 19th and April 26th at plants in Chicago, Flat Rock, Michigan, and Kansas City, as well as implementing a reduced schedule at its Ohio assembly plant, the latest in a string of chip-related curtailment. Let's see here. And again, this is based on one of the fires in Japan and one of the chip plants, the severe winter storms in Texas, but mainly the chip plant fire. Japan's Honda. Okay. I don't think that there's any. Still, that was March 3rd. News. 11 days ago, Ford's retail sales surged 23% amid booming demand for trucks and the Mustang Mach-E. That's nothing. Wait till this summer when the semi-autonomous software comes out, and it will come out on Ford. It will come out for the Mustang Mach-E as well as the hybrid Ford F-150. We'll also get the semi-autonomous, not hybrid, but the Ford F-150. Tesla owner with Mustang Mach-E reports threats on social media. Hey, if you're a Tesla fanboy and you own one, good, congratulations. If you didn't think the rest of the world manufacturers are going to catch up into electric, you're mistaken. Mustang Mach-E stalks Tesla as Ford strains to meet hot demand. Demand looks very high for Ford's Tesla fighting Mustang Mach-E. They are taking shares directly from Tesla. Ford Elon Musk tweet. Check this out. So Elon Musk and Jim Farley. Jim Farley is the CEO of Ford, and they're going back and forth on Twitter over the last few months. And Ford CEO Jim Farley teases Tesla with Blue Cruise on Twitter. Musk responds. All right, so let's look. This is funny. I like Jim Farley. He's great. His wife plays in a band, and he supports her on that. And come on, man. Hold on a second. Is this gonna clap me for DMCA? I don't know. I don't care. Let it. S&P up 6, Dow up 106, Nasdaq down 19. I'm up $343 on my Coinbase. Tesla Roddy, we tested in the real world so our customers don't have to. Ford CEO Jim Farley took a jab at Tesla's use of real-world owners to test its full self-driving suite while revealing its own Blue Cruise. Elon Musk, I found some footage of the drive. So Elon Musk, is this gonna trying to make that bigger? So let's find Jim Farley. So Jim Farley. So Ford releases Blue Cruise, okay, and then sorry about this. And he says he found some footage of. This is great. You know, if these guys got into a room together, they're gonna love each other. All right. That is absolutely going to kill my lag. But you get the point. And it's just simply, it's hilarious that Jim Farley and Elon Musk are Twitter battling. But it's all in good fun. Elon Musk tweeted back a couple months ago and said that there are only two auto manufacturers that have never taken a government handout and are profitable. And it was Tesla and Ford. And I think the response from Jim Farley to Elon Musk's tweet was one word: respect. That was it, just respect. And it's just awesome. So I thought that was great, and I thought that was good stuff. So I love it that these two go back and forth with each other. Because you can bet your bottom dollar, people that are buying Mustang Mach-E's instead of buying Model Y's are, there's people that like Fords. I'm a Ford guy. I've owned, my very first car was a 1974 Ford Pinto. That was my first one. What's Coinbase doing? I'm a genius. I bought Coinbase at the low. Ford Mustang, or not, sorry, Ford Pinto. My mom had a Ford LTD 2, V8, love that car in high school. And got it stuck in the snow once. Had to use the floor mats to get it out. Then she traded that in and got a Ford Escort. 1978 Ford LTD 2 with a V8. She traded that in for a Ford Escort. 1981 Ford Escort, a little white one. That was a fun little car though. And then let's see, my next Ford after that, I've had a Ford Windstar. I've had a Ford Expedition. I've had a Ford Escape. Am I missing anything? I think that's it. 5 or 6 Fords in my life. So I like them. Had a Saturn once for a little while. That was a piece of shit. I'll never buy a GM car. I'm just, GM. Look, check this out. So you have this, okay, and you have this. All right. Watch this. GM.com. Or no, let's do this first. Ford.com. Let's go to Ford's website. Check this out. Go to Ford's website. Immediately, something for everyone. Proud to be the 2021 North American Truck and Utility Vehicle of the Year. 2021 F-150. 2021 Mustang Mach-E. Who's getting autonomous driving, semi-autonomous this summer? F-150, Mustang Mach-E. Pick up where you left off. Boom, right on the front page, 2021 Bronco, 2021 Mustang Mach-E, 2021 F-150. What's your choice? Let us sweeten the deal. 186,000 people, 118 years, one purpose. Airbag recalls, okay, everybody's got those. Okay. Look at this menu. SUVs and crossovers, trucks and vans electrified. Boom. One click, and I've got all my electric vehicles. All right. One more click, boom. Now I'm on the Mustang Mach-E page. Starting at $42,895. Okay, look at that. You can get one of these that looks like this and looks like this at the starting price of 42. What happened? How'd that happen? How did that go all the way down to the bottom of the page? At $42,895. Okay. Now let's go over to General Motors' main site. Okay. Where are your cars at? No, we're gonna throw people up there, and we're gonna make you feel good, and we're gonna make you feel calm and cool. Everybody in. Our ultimate platform brings flexibility, power, and range. We're making electric vehicles for all. Holy cow. Let's see how. Yeah, I want to see how. Come on, show me the car. Show me the car. Come on, show me the car. What the hell is that? Seriously, what is that? This is the girl surfer who lost her arm in a surfing accident. And this is their electric car that they're showing you. We're going to go on and make a video of me standing on a hologram of an electric vehicle, only showing the batteries and 4 tires. Then we're going to talk about Ultium with a battery and 4 tires. Then we're going to talk about our fast chargers for our non-car. All right, before you start shouting and yelling at me, let's take a look at, let's just go to Chevy. Okay, so I can't find their cars. Where are their cars at? Let's go back to GM, go back to their homepage. How do I find a car to buy? I want to look at a GM car. Reserve your all-electric Hummer. What are those going for? We'll open up a separate tab. I still can't find a car. All right, I guess I'll go to the dealer website. Let's go over to Chevy. That's their main brand, right? Right off the bat. Okay, so they're coming out with their electric Hummer. Now I clicked. This is a separate web one. I didn't go to GM's site. Reserve yours. Choose your trim. Choose your dealer. Provide your info. Okay. How much? What do these go for? Here we go. $79,000 for 250-mile range. $79,000 for 250 range. Okay. All right. Now we're on the Chevy website. Okay. Let's get to the electric cars. Ford had them right on their website, right up front, right on there. Okay. What's all this cash back stuff? Hey, where's your 2021 car of the year, Chevys? No. Oh, the Bolt. Oh yeah, the Bolt. That's right. The Bolt is electric. All right, let's trying to click on the car. Doesn't show up. Okay, all right. Hold on. Let me find the car. Vehicles. Electric's got to be a separate category here. There we go. Electric. Okay. Bolt EV. Okay. Here we go. All right. We got it. We got the Bolt. All right. We have 259 miles range. Mustang has 300. Okay. So this one. Okay. 36. So this one, as shown, $42,505. $42,895. See where I'm going with this? Okay. For $42,000, you can get this and this, or you can get one of these. What's the interior look like? Dow up 115, NASDAQ down 17, S&P up 6, VIX down to 16.4. What is this? Okay, I like that it's got a big screen there. Super small screen, kind of like a Prius, right? That's decent looking. No real glove box, huh? Seats are cool looking. Yeah, it's not bad. This is a subcompact for $42,000, but look how many clicks it took me just to even get to the car, and then to find out the price and everything else. So that's my quick lesson on GM and why I like Ford over GM. And it's got me. I admit it. It's got me. I kind of want one. In case you can't tell. All right, where are we at here? I'm doing a little bit longer stream. I'm gonna have to take a break here in a little bit though, because I got to get something to eat. Unlike on Wednesday where I didn't eat at all and streamed for 7.5 hours and had a Rice Krispie treat. How much am I underwater right now? Still up on the week. 2284, so down. I'm up $650 on Coin. $651 on Coinbase. I'm up. Look at that. Boom. Market go burr. And I thought I screwed up my buy. I got 50 shares at $331.95. And then it dipped. I should have added to the position here. Where was it at? It was in this range here, wasn't it? Yeah, somewhere back here. 1046. Right in here. I bought it $331.95. I put in a limit order of $332 on a button, and they improved it by 5 cents, gave me $331.95. I should have bought some more right here, and there we go. So up quite a bit. So that's got me up $600. Yep, saw that text. I agree with that. Possibly. That looks good. Like it. 3-minute chart. There you go. So again, I'm in at 331.95 for 50 shares, so that is 17,158 right now. So I'm up on that about 600 bucks, and I'm down 500 on my Palantir. So I bought Palantir in the pre-market, and I added 500 shares at 22.98. And I probably should have sold at 08 up here. Let's see if it gets back to it. We'll see though. It's still, we're only 2 hours into the open, folks. Still got a long day ahead of us. And I'm gonna go get some breakfast here in a little bit. But Coinbase, you go, man. Like it. 24.13 Ethereum. Coming back. Where did it bottom? Whoa, where'd that wick come from? Somebody fat fingered 22.98. Somebody's down 4.65%, or they left profit on the table when they sold. Maybe they need the money. They need the money to pay for something. So 24.09 on Ethereum. Bitcoin down 1,700 to 61,480. Silver, price of silver 26.03. Hey, it's back above 26. Platinum 1,200 on the button. I always talk about that $1,200 level with them. Palladium 27.65. It's up 25 bucks. Oh, platinum's up $7.85 per troy ounce. Gold is up $15 to 17.78 per troy ounce. The VIX volatility index on the S&P 500 is down to 16.4. 10-year yield down, or 30-year yield down just a little bit. 10-year yield down just a little bit. UK oil up to 66.84 per barrel. That's for Brent. Light crude 63.27, down a little bit. The Dow up 107. The NASDAQ down 13. The S&P up 6. Tesla down 7. Again, Kathy Woods sold $178 million of Tesla. Put that money into Coinbase the other day, on Wednesday. I have no idea what price. They probably report what prices they paid. I should probably look into that as a shareholder of Coinbase. I should look into that. AMC 949 down 41 cents. Low of the day 937. High of the day 1003, which was right at the open. Yeah, right at the open. Wicked up to 1003. It got up to 1013 in the pre-market. Where's that? Right up here. 1020 or 1020. Got up to 1020 in the pre-market. Okay. Get rid of externals. Go back to 3 minutes here. Coinbase, nice run off that 330. There was a little bit of a wall here. We had a wall here. I talked about it. Then somebody texted me about it too and said, "Hey, did you see the sell wall or the wall at 330?" I said, "Yep." And I talked about about 20 minutes earlier, but 4 candles in a row at 330. A 5th one over here, a 6th one over here, and then we broke it. Once we broke it, the bets were off. Sellers tried to come in, not enough to beat the volume over here on the last run, and now we got buying volume exceeding. Nice upward channel trend here above all of its 50, 180, and 200 period averages on the 3-minute. Looking at the 30-second chart, slight pullback, but staying above its 50 average. Look at that, one dip below here on a bottom wick on a 30-second chart. But again, nothing to really be concerned about. Palantir, what are you doing, Palantir? Coming back for me? Come on back, Palantir. I am my Palantir. I'm upside down on that. 2,000 shares at 23.14. So I'm down 22 cents a share. It's been range bound all day. Down $400 on that. And my ExxonMobil calls, I'm down 500 on that. But my Coinbase, I'm up 450 bucks on Coinbase. What do you want? You got to go outside and go potty, don't you? Okay, give me a second. All right, so I'm going to go. That's going to be it for this morning's stream. We are going to be back at 11:30, 2:30 Eastern, 11:30 Pacific. We'll be here for the last hour. The last hour and a half of the market, and the power hour, or as the UK calls it, the hour of power. Okay, and we'll see what the markets do on the close today. We'll go over options expirations. If you have any options expiring, let me know at 11:30. We'll take a look at those. We'll look at some volatility, and we'll look at the Greeks, the thetas, the gammas, and everything else. And we'll leave you with Coinbase here. And VIX 16.5, slight uptick, slight down on the S&P. Coinbase pulling back a little bit, 339 range here. That's okay. If it dips again, I might pick up some more a little bit lower here. We'll see what happens here on the afternoon. So we'll be back in about 2 hours and 45 minutes, right? Yeah, 2 hours and 46 minutes. We'll be back. And thanks a lot for tuning in. Really appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. We will see you in about 3 hours for the market close and power hour. Thanks a lot. I'm Crypto Sonar Joseph. Have yourself a great morning, and we'll see you in 3 hours. Green day, man. Bye.